Reporting for duty. Lord Vader won't accept defeat.
No, he won't. Welcome to Mongoose Max Hawaii channel. And today, we're just gonna Today we're going to...
The enemy is on the move.
Look at what's going on, I guess. Okay. One is there's some interesting things about the vaccine and vaccination that is. Remember the time? Wasn't that long ago? And they said, "Hey, watch out! Get your shot.
Standing by.
Get your flu shot. Get your flu shot before the vaccines. Get your flu shot, because we don't want to have a twin-demic, you know, the flu season plus the thing going around." And apparently these vaccines, these vaccinations, because corona is like it's like this. It's like, well, they're like globular, and they got spikes on the around it, and it's the form. The corona is these little spikes coming out, and it's like a ball, and that's the type. So other things are coronavirus. So it's a category. So when a vaccine gets those little spikes and prevents coronavirus COVID-19, it also is wiping out transmission of some of these other things too. Plus it could be masking and social distancing. But you know what? I don't think it's those, because those aren't working with the virus transmission. But once they started vaccine, then all of a sudden, hey, you know what? It's like we didn't have a flu season. And also, Mr. Potato Head, come here, Bucky. We need you for a demonstration. Mr. Potato Head can no longer be Mr. That's right. Now you're just Potato Head. Not you, Bucky, but Potato Head. What the heck? We can't have a Mr. Potato Head. We gotta have a Potato Head. Gender non-specific. I was gonna go somewhere with that, but I just think I'm just gonna leave that. Here, kid. Because of the Me Too movement, here's a potato. Go off and play. This is newspaper. Anyways, this is where we look at what's inside the newspaper. Go figure. And the best way to start checking out what's on the inside is to
Reporting for duty, Commander.
check out what's on the outside. So tonight's headline is
Can't be caught standing around doing nothing.
shut up from doing this shit. Thank you for your indulgence in my indulgence in doing the what's going on with this? The witch is upstairs with her illegitimate child. She might be encountering some weird vibes going down.
Trooper standing by.
Of course you are. Okay, so what's going on here is Tier 3 gets a warm welcome. Oh boy, you know, tears of joy. And of course it does. We have 25 new cases, 24 new cases on the water with 25 average per day. 1% contact, what is it? Contagiousness, but they just say positivity rate. For 45 new cases, but 1%, that's good. So far you're gonna hold on to Tier 2, huh? Same home businesses, seeing increased customers. So, new customers. People just want to get out. They just want to get the heck out of there. And here's something new. U.S. strikes sites in Syria over militia attacks. So, Washington carried out an airstrike on Syria. I don't know how serious that is, right? But the Iraqis, Iraq, support this militia group in Syria. So, Syrian-Iraqi connection. It's not Iran, it's Iraq. So. I ran so far away. Back in the day, in 1964. Oh, playing 5 nights a week at Alamana Hotel Banyan Court with the Sunset Serenaders. Francis and ukulele virtuosa Herb Ota. Who? That's right. I'll show you how fast, how quick. Oh wait, how quick the ukulele virtuosa. And there we go. I just had to show this. We did the Mr. Potato. Oh, Lady Gaga. Forget that one. This guy. Crikey. That's right. Remember Steve Irwin? Poor guy. He was this big. I remember him from the very beginning. He talked like he was, "Hey kids, isn't this tyke? It's so beautiful. Look at this python. Ain't she a beaut?" And I was like, "Who is this guy?" So I watched it for a long time. And his son, you know, when he got right in the heart from a sea stingray. The guy picked up everything poisonous in the whole thing, and then stingray. Well, his son, Robert, looks like the poster child for some eugenic cream tree guy with blonde-haired, blue-eyed. Hi, I'm Robert. I was tuning to check this guy out. He's kind of the same. He wants to follow his father's footsteps so badly that I'm glad he got this job. It's a voiceover for a cartoon character in a Disney flick. Hi, I'm Bluey. I'm a puppy dog. Good for you. Leave the big crocs to the guys that are doing it anyways. I need to wrestle a big crocodile like my dad. You need to get your head checked. Flu season, covered that. Wage hikes. Bye-bye wage hikes, didn't happen. And Biden is a 50 billion mark. Putting that out there. Playing the game, I think you got some. Oh, here's a site. If I remember, I'll put it in the description. If you can't find where your vaccines are, kidding. Here's a vaccine site. Find it for you. It's called vaccinefinder.org. I'll put it in the description so you can find that. Little. Oh, I'm so happy. I'm so happy we can go outside. Look at these guys. Oh my God, they're playing horseshoes. Right, imagine finding these guys in the park. I think I'm going to go back inside. And the numbers. And whatever. And what's this? And whatever. And the cops there did this, you know, the big CARES Act that gave states a lot of money. The cops went, you know, for patrolling for mask wearing. You're not wearing your mask. Where's your mask? $1,000 ticket for you. Well, they logged in so much overtime that some of the cops were making more money than the mayor or the chief of police. So they're being investigated. This already happened. I mean, this investigation's like old news. old news. They do stuff and it's just like, forgot it. And now it's like back in the thing. And iguanas, it's raining iguanas in Honolulu. I had a pet iguana once. I got it in Los Angeles when I was going to USC there. And then I brought it back to Honolulu, which I wasn't supposed to, but I just put it in the bag and wore a suit and put an iguana in the bag, carried it at the LAX. Like, oh, excuse me, what's in the bag? Oh, 3 big fat black ladies looking at me. Oh, gotta go with my plane. Nick, excuse me, sir, is it alive? I brought it back here. It died because it was left in a room with roach tablets, and so it rubbed against roach tablets and died. But now the iguanas are all over in Honolulu, so they're native now. They're not supposed to be, but they are. Thursday's Big Q. Should Oahu ease restrictions to allow organized team youth sports? 14% no, too risky, wait. 16% maybe, but only low contact sports, not all. 31% yes, but athletes only with health guidelines. 39% yes, allow sports and spectators with health guidelines. I'd say just be careful. You know, this stuff don't rush into it. We don't need a mass vaccine. I'm fine now. What else? There's like plenty letters to the editor, some time Russian. But here, misunderstandings about Hawaii. Oh, Hawaii, you're the 50th state. Some people are like, what? You're part of the U.S.? Well, back in some of these days, they have some of these little vignettes, these little stories. I don't know, I'm just going to randomly pick one. Okay, this guy, white Hawaiian. He's like, 1965, this 20-year-old Maui boy, Japanese ancestry, teaching segregated in Kentucky. He was in there. And then, the gods at the dormitories, white prisoners lived in dormitories in the front of the prison. Negroes were at the back. Staff were all white, from the warden down to the lowliest guard. I and 2 other Caucasian were in the guard dorm within the prison walls. We needed to stop and show our ID badges whenever we left or entered the building. Make sure your ID badge is usually a straightforward process. In 65, Kentucky prison, it got complicated. It had a box for race. So ID officers, what is your race? Me, Japanese. ID officer, no, there are only 3 races: Caucasian, Negroid, Mongoloid. Me, I'm Mongoloid. ID officer, are you from Mongolia? Me, no. ID officer, then you're not Mongolian. Where are you from? Me, Hawaii. ID officer, then you're Hawaiian. Me, no. Hawaiians are bigger and darker. ID officer, you're fair-skinned. Finally, he typed in white Hawaiian as my race. Gee, that's so hilarious. Gonna be finally made apple pie, gushing over a delectable. Said, how I made the chiffon pie so light and fluffy. I told her it wasn't chiffon pie, but rather tofu pie, using tofu instead of egg whites and cream. There was a momentary uncomfortable silence as they cautiously picked their forks down and never touched the rest of the chiffon pie. I guess tofu was too foreign for them. Okay, I think I've just determined that's not funny. I'm scared. A little cartoon, let's see if that's funny. Do you fear getting pink slip for sabotaging the postal service? Me, not if it's mailed. Postmaster General DeJoy. You know, they said to block all that stuff in the mail using the U.S. No, you can't even get you. Not funny. Some political terms, they got a tough job, but they try. All right, let's get it on. Let's get going. All right, Buggy. I don't know, the screen is going to, if I'm running out of footage, I don't know if it's going to have anything out there. Maybe not. Biting off too much. Okay. Here we go. No. Alright, looked. Herd immunity and misconceptions. What happened there? That's weird. Oh. Never mind. Herd immunity and misconceptions. Herd immunity is a phenomenon that demands clarification. For example, we currently are experiencing decreases in both incidence and human deaths associated with COVID-19 pandemic. And yet, approximately only 10% of the US population has been immunized. Whatever. Authorities like Dr. Anthony Fauci have expressed specific percentages, about 85%, as targets for the level of vaccine immunizations to achieve herd immunity. Whatever the number, it should not be viewed as a light switch that turns on herd immunity. Rather, various levels of herd immunity start with the earliest immunizations and increase proportionally with the total number of immunizations. Upon reaching a target number, as Fauci indicated, you have theoretically arrived at a point of no viral transmission. Viewed in this context, every immunization counts and reduces degree of viral transmission. We may be seeing the early effects of herd immunity in the current data, even though the very small percentage of the population has been immunized. Public health officials have been explaining herd immunity to citizens as they everyone should receive the vaccines. Edward W. Voss, Hawaii Kai. Thank you for including Sorry, that's my bad actually. Kopi. Quickly. A little bit of Kopi. A little bit of Kopi. Alright, let's get this going down. Just see what the heck is going on here. Aloha Stadium unsafe and should be replaced. Regarding Aloha Stadium, Melvin Partido Sr. said, quote, despite the cost, repair it, but don't tear it down, unquote. Article citation, February 15th. Governor David Ige thinks we should repair it also. My parents ordered a Ford Ranger pickup with a camper shell. I have fond memories of that truck with my ex-girlfriend. After time, rust was eating away at it. One of the doors was rusting off its hinges. We bought another truck. We could have repaired it, but at what point will the underlying rust make the truck unsafe and a danger to others? When the stadium authority says we are at safety issues, this warning should be heeded. Imagine if they could redo repairs, but the stadium collapsed anyways, killing and injuring people. Hawaii sure would look foolish, and those people would look squashed. I have fond memories of Aloha Stadium too, like memories of that truck. In the end, it was replaced in the name of safety. Robert K. Soberano Mo Ili Ili. Gee, I now that you compared it to a rusty truck, I get it now. Alright. Legislature must act to curb teen vaping. Mahalo to your support on common sense e-cigarette regulation. It is critical that legislature act now to address the youth vaping crisis. Yes, in a comprehensive way. Kids who vape are 5 times more likely to be diagnosed with COVID-19. As a mother and teacher, I am deeply concerned at the rate of our keiki becoming addicted to nicotine through vaping. More than a third of high schoolers regularly vape now, which is double the rate it was just 2 years ago. We need to stop selling candy flavors like unicorn poop and banana ice. Tax e-cigarettes like any tobacco products and make them harder to buy. While Senate Bill 63 was the best bill out there, unfortunately, it is already dead. I am now supporting SB 1147, House Bill 476, and HB 598, with the hopes that our legislature will take action and prevent more of our kids from becoming addicted to these harmful products. Christine Russo, Eva Beach. Thank you, Christine. Unicorn poop? What the hell? Kenji Price sets worthy example for youth. Reading the commentary by Kenji Price, February 21, I am struck by the grace and humility which he is leaving his office. No partisanship, no recriminations, no blaming others, no hanging on for dear life, just giving credit where credit's due and providing inspiration for young people to follow. Kikis, leave your offices too. He is setting a worthy example to follow for any politician currently in office or contemplating public office. If Price ever runs for office, I will vote for him in a heartbeat, regardless of his party affiliation. Bridget Visser Kanyeoi, she's so happy that you gracefully left office, she wants to vote for you in droves. You want to leave? You don't want to do that? Oh, that's where we want you there. Keep going. Reduce corporate influence on elections. Your recent article, Biden rallies public February 16, mentions that negotiations over the size and scope of the bill, already weeks underway, are still ongoing. In order to understand why, we must recognize a powerful third negotiator, political donors, who have made clear that relief for Americans is not their priority. The same corporate contributors who received massive bailouts last March now want Congress to send smaller checks to fewer people. COVID economic devastation hit Hawaii hard. Every dollar that donates wants to cut from our aid is one less dollar to feed our families. Fortunately, a resolution addressing exorbitant spending on political campaigns is being introduced in the legislature. The Free and Fair Elections Resolution would help tackle the corrupting influence of big money in government. Hawaii's representatives should work for us, not their largest donors. Please call your representative and urge their support. Nadia Alves, downtown Honolulu. That's right, Nadia, you get them. Yeah, what about this thing? I got curious about this little, $600 check that's supposed to be like a debit card. I never got mine. I got curious. It was sent out January 6th. It's the end of February. I'm having suspicions of somebody stealing it out of the post box, which is government protected by the federal government. You're going to the slammer witch. No, I don't know what happened to that. Well, who gets the Toenail Award? I don't know. Yeah, this is kind of like, let me review this for a second here. Which one was it? Wasn't that one. Not the truck. Yeah. That's a shame on you, Stay. I didn't read that one. I don't know. There be any misconceptions. Edward W. Voss, Hawaii Kai, for making me say immunity. Immunization. Stop it. Just get the Moderna. Get the Johnson & Johnson. Bend over. Take it up the Pfizer. Just get the vaccination. You don't actually get this, whatever your name is, Edward. Sorry. You just get to enjoy the wonderful feeling of being recognized. What's up, Lucky? Being recognized on Longest Next Hawaii, the channel. And I think I made it a little bit short, which is a good thing. So, y'all, all y'all, I hang loose. White Caucasian, white Hawaiian. Hi, white Hawaiian. I'm not Mongoloid. Well, hey, just hang loose, and things are much better. It's like this is the thing to do. You don't have to worry about the news. You already covered it. Oh no, it's happening again, isn't it? Oh no, here we go.